It's not yet clear exactly how many died in the weekend massacre, but some estimates range as high as 500 people. Meanwhile, Nigerian police say they have arrested more than 90 suspects in the killings. VOA's West Africa correspondent Scott Stearns has more.
Nigerian police say they have 93 men in custody in connection with the pre-dawn attacks, when Fulani herdsmen descended on the village of Dogo Nahawa, shooting in the air to draw people out of their homes before killing them with machetes and knives. Ikechukwu Aduba is the police chief of Plateau State.
They are great. Yes, we carried out this attack. The arms are there. They are there. We carried out this attack to avenge that about 28 heads of cattle we are taking. They killed their men in Kurujenta and they killed their men in Vorm, and that some of them are volunteers, some of them were paid.
Police displayed weapons including bows and arrows and homemade guns, which they said they seized from the suspects. But arresting people in connection with the violence does not mean they'll stand trial, as more than 300 people were detained following January violence in Jos, and it's unclear how many of them have been formally charged. The area has been under a dusk-to-dawn curfew since January to try and control violence that's killed over 1,000 people in and around Jos over the last decade in ethnic and religious attacks that include a fight for land. It's a region that lies roughly on the dividing line between Nigeria's mainly Muslim north and its Christian-dominated south. That division presents considerable challenges for acting President Goodluck Jonathan, who's from the south, and is leading the country because of the illness of President Umaru Yar'Adua, who's from the north. Hundreds of Nigerians marched to the gates of the presidential villa in Abuja, demanding the end of the Yar'Adua presidency. The 58-year-old has not been seen in public since he left for medical treatment in Saudi Arabia at the end of November. He returned to Nigeria last month, but is still recovering from the inflammation of muscles surrounding his heart.
If we have a sick president who cannot govern, a first-leg group should stop using him to appropriate Nigerians to themselves. Number two, and much more importantly, we want to say to the acting president that he must work with Nigerians to ensure that a new electoral laws are implemented based upon Justice Uwe's Electoral Committee recommendations.
If President Yar'Adua is formally declared too sick to return to office, acting President Jonathan would be sworn in along with a new vice president to finish the presidential term, which runs through next May. Mr. Jonathan has drawn praise across Nigeria's political divide for sending soldiers into Jos in January to stop that violence. Following Sunday's attack, he fired President Yar'Adua's security advisor and put troops on high alert to prevent reprisal killings. Back to you in Washington.